Hello, my name is Stacy Bratch, and I am a realty specialist with the Division of Lands and Minerals. I'll be taking you through Section 3 of the Utility License Training, which is the Utility License Application Overview. Section 3, Overview. In this section, I'll review the following topics. 1. Overview of the Utility Crossing License Application. 2. The benefits of submitting a complete utility license application. 3. Construction design to limit natural resource impacts. 4. Construction methods. 5. Construction plans and maps. And finally, number 6, review of DNR's Lands and Minerals Utility License webpage. Overview of the Utility Crossing License Application. Utility projects for state land crossings and public water crossings must be submitted on separate applications. They cannot be combined onto one application. Only one company and utility type are used on each application. For example, a fiber optic line and an electric line would need to be submitted on separate applications, even if using the same borehole, the same conduit, or crossing location. Submit land and water crossing applications for the same project at the same time when possible. Please fill out the application completely in ULA, which is DNR's online utility license application portal, following the instructions and providing the requested and required information and maps. If we do not receive a complete application, you will be asked to provide more information, which will delay the processing of your application. Please note that we have multiple applications to process it at any given time. Benefits of submitting a complete application. Minnesota state law requires a utility license application when crossing public waters and/or DNR-owned and administered state lands. Minnesota state and federal laws require avoiding the destruction of threatened and endangered species. A complete application, including the required documentation, will save time for you and allow DNR staff to focus on processing other applications as well. A simple license takes at least 60 days to process from the time the application is complete. Complex projects generally take longer. Use construction designs that limit natural resource impacts, which can be found in Minnesota Rules 6135, Utility Crossings. The Department of Natural Resources is required to follow Minnesota Administrative Rules, Chapters 6135, Utility Crossings. The application requirements help DNR to fulfill the state statute requirements. State statute include rules for fee schedules and rate tables, which would include application and utility crossing fees. It also includes environmental protections, route and structure design, relationship to other laws such as federal and state wild, scenic, and recreational rivers, the Minnesota Environmental Protection Act, natural and scientific areas, as well as license conditions and terms, and finally, construction methods and more. Construction design to limit natural resource impacts. Companies are required to follow the least impactful environmental construction method, regardless of cost. If a company is unable to complete or do a project with the least impactful construction method, the company must explain why another method was the only viable option. This should be addressed in the project description that you submit. Also, address underwater application considerations. Construction methods. The DNR encourages low-impact crossings, which typically do not disturb the resources as much. Applications may be processed faster since regional resource review is generally not needed. Examples of low-impact construction methods include boring or jacking, attachment to a bridge, use of an existing conduit, utility pole, or structure, and plowing into the roadbed. Construction plans and maps. When putting together and submitting construction plans and diagrams, please keep this in mind. Keep the diagrams clean. Construction plan and map details should include only information pertinent to the public land and/or public waters crossing. Use clear naming conventions. Maps and plans should have file names that are easy to understand, such as cross-section diagram, full route map, profile view, for example. Finally, number the pages and label each map, such as crossing number 1, crossing number 2. This information should also match the ULA application. As we conclude this section of the slideshow, more utility crossing license information, including frequently asked questions, laws, utility license application, and additional resources can be found on the Department of Natural Resources Utility Crossing License webpage. You may also request assistance by contacting the Lands and Minerals Regional Operations staff for your project area. This information is also listed on this website. This concludes Section 3,